Hey YouTube, MrRampro here. I'm still on break from mowing the yard, so I figured I'd knock out a couple of videos. This is the Emerson CQC-15, and this one here, I was trying to see the year. It's a 2012 model. It says the black coated blade, and of course, standard Emerson G10 handles. So we can get it to focus. Has the wave feature, of course. And this one, the main reason I'm doing the video on it, because I did the video on it when I got it a while ago, but it kind of stayed out of my rotation because of the CQC, the mini CQC-15, but that was involved in an accident, and I no longer have that knife, so, not because, pretty much I just tore it up. The blade's destroyed on it, so I no longer have it. It's retired, destroyed, not usable at all anymore, so the blade's just completely demolished. But anyways, enough on that. I'll probably do a video and show you guys what I did to it, give you a little backstory so you're not wondering why. I know everyone's gonna not be able to sleep tonight wondering what I did. What did he do? But this took its place. This is the full size, and I was kind of against the full size as far as just carrying it. I had this as kind of like something that was in my bailout vest, like my tactical vest that I keep my AR-15 mags in and my Glock on and all that other crap, just in case, shit hits the fan or whatever, and kind of ready to go. But I decided to start carrying it because I always have a knife with me anyways, and I have a traditional knife usually, and, well, I always have a traditional and then a modern folder, usually a large locking folder, and then a traditional knife for my day-to-day tasks. So I like the traditional knives too, and so, just kind of make room for both of them, but it is what it is. This one here, I actually, was staying away from it because of its full size, but now that I've started carrying it, I really like it a lot. It allows for a little bit more room, as far as in your hand. The grip is a little bit bigger, so that's nice if you're doing some major cutting. And you do have, obviously a bigger blade, which is nice. It's just a bigger knife, so it's kind of nice having a good separation, because usually my traditional folders are fairly small, so it's nice to have something big with me. And I've liked the platform. The 15 platform is pretty cool. It's my favorite as far as the Emersons go, just on ergos and blade shape. Absolutely love it. A close second is the A100. This one you guys have seen a ton. This one, there's probably only maybe 2 or 3 knives that I carry the same, the same amount as this one. You know what I mean? This is like in my top category, not to steal Jay Davis's word, but my top echelon of freaking knives that I carry. You know what I mean? There's a top group that I carry. This one's in it. I don't know why. I just love it. It's extremely sharp for some reason. I've gotten okay with sharpening it, so it just does what I want it to. And just a nice knife. I really like it. I did a little bit of nonsense to it just to make it my own, and I do that to pretty much every knife I have, so you're probably not going to see too many knives of mine that are really left alone. This one I haven't messed with yet. I'm kind of deciding what I want to do to it. Let's see, and of course, I say that, and the only one that's out here that's been pimped by me, because all the rest of these are all completely untouched, is this one here. But I do have quite a few that I'm jacked with. But anyways, let's get these all out of the way. Back to the 15. Really nice knife. Thicker liners, of course, and just overall, I think a good, solid folder. The reason that I had the Recon 1 out here, sorry, I thought I heard a little wiggle. The reason I had the Recon 1 out here was because I compare, not only just because of the G10 handles and the blade finish, and obviously they're nowhere near each other in prices, but I compare as far as, just big, solid tactical folders, they're kind of in the same category as far as that goes to me. These two, I use the Recon 1, I just beat the piss out of it. It's $50, I really, not that I don't care about my $50, but this one, I don't have a problem beating the tar out of. one behind it I think was like 175 or 180, you know, so that's a little bit harder for me to swallow, you know, just beating the piss out of. But this is in my pocket when I'm mowing the yard and weed eating and, you know, just doing whatever it is in the backyard, any kind of construction work at the house or anything like that. It's usually too big to carry EDC wise, but it is, you know, good enough for me in the yard, and insanely strong lockup. But back to the CQC, I kind of find it in that same category. This one here is more of if I'm going out for the day or going to work. This does go to work with me in the back pocket. And I just love this knife. Emerson's, I mean, once you break them in, man, they're freaking glass smooth. Of course, they're not in the same caliber as freaking customs and stuff like that. And yeah, they are a little bit more expensive for the money, but if you've ever had a chance to talk to Ernest Emerson or see any of his interviews or anything like that, the dude is a great guy. I mean, he really does have, he's got a lot of great knowledge and a lot of great stories. I mean, the dude's just great personality. I think he's a cool guy, and I've talked about this before. I don't mind spending a little extra if the maker's cool. You know, I mean, if the maker's not a freaking douche, I don't mind giving him a couple extra bucks. You know what I mean? Because you're buying not only the knife, but, you know, you're kind of buying the guy behind the knife sometimes, too. You know, I mean, you can look at it as, oh, it's just the knife, it's just the knife. But it's kind of like that with the DPX. I remember on the forums, the Hex DPS, DPX Hest 2.0, Robert Young Pelton, I think is his name, he caught some fire, I think on Blade forums or something like that. I don't know the ins and outs. I really don't care. But he wasn't very popular there. And I remember thinking, like, oh, man, I got to sell the knife. Same thing with my Chris Reeves Sabenza. You know, I was like, oh, man, I heard on one of the YouTube videos, one of the guys went up and talked to him, and he was a complete douchebag. You know, oh, here's a forum boy or whatever, you know, talking to him like they're freaking stupid or something. You know, he's better than everybody kind of attitude. And it honestly kind of knocked down my Sabenza in my mind a little bit, which, you know, is what it is. You just, you know, everybody's going to form their opinions a little differently. It's still a great knife, and I still use the tar out of it, you know what I mean? But I think there's something to be said. I do like, I'll tell you this, and I know I'm kind of rambling a little bit, it might not make a ton of sense. I like Emerson brand more because Ernest is cool. You know what I mean? He's a cool guy. I like the brand more in the story. That's the only way I know how to sell it. But is what it is. You don't have to feel the same. I don't give a shit, conveniently. So, and if you do, well, nothing personal. I still don't give a shit. But it's what it is. You know, I hope that you have the knives that you have and that you like them. That's all I hope. And, you know, I hope you make knife videos so I can watch your videos just like you can watch mine. So that's really the main thing. You know, it's a pretty small community, really it is. It's getting more and more popular. I do notice a lot of people going to Instagram, yeah, I think that's it, Instagram, and looking at, you know, pictures on there. I've got on there now. Nobody's following me, so is what it is. But I don't post pictures there because of that reason. But I do follow quite a bit of people, and they do post, you know, pictures. A lot of custom makers post pictures and stuff like that, which is really cool. But to me, YouTube is still its own thing. You know, you just can't break away from making a knife video. So it's pretty cool. I definitely recommend, you know, making your own videos. I don't care what they're of. You rambling, you know, cutting stuff with your knife, whatever it is. You know, I mean, and I think all knife guys are kind of the same. I really don't care. If it's got a knife in it and it's, you know, a decent knife, it's not some freaking Walmart knife, you know, I mean, not to say that those aren't good knives, but if it's not, you know, if it's not like one of the cheap Chinese made knives or something like that, I'm going to watch your video. Other people might watch all the videos, but I usually don't get into some of the cheaper things. I'll say that, and then I've got this in here. Where's this made? Taiwan. Good. Saving grace. So, anyways, a little bit of rambling. Half of it probably doesn't make sense. We're going to blame some of that on this here. Cerveza, which is pretty sweet. Yummy for your tummy. And actually, when I'm outside, I stop drinking it out of the beer bottle unless I'm just chugging one real quick. Started drinking it out of one of these Tervis cups. They're freaking cool. And if you drink quick enough, the ice doesn't melt and water your beer down. So, that's cool. Is what it is. Alright guys, you be good. Throw some videos up.